lesson, we looked at how to find determinants of 3 by 3 matrices or even bigger matrices. What we would do is we would take an individual number from, from the matrix. We would go one row or one column at a time. Say we did this column, we'd start with this number, 3, and then we times the determinant of what would be left if I took out that row and column, which is -1, -2, -2, -3. We then would go to the next number now, which is 3. It is in the negative position of our sign matrix, that's why it was -3, times the determinant of what was left. Then we would do the bottom row, the bottom number, 3, and take that determinant of what was left. So 3 times the determinant of this matrix right there. What we found out, though, is that could be a little bit cumbersome, because then we'd have to do 3 different determinants. We would get those determinants by doing our normal 2 by 2 cross multiplying, and then we would get an answer of -12. Well, there is an alternate method that some people prefer, some people do not. So I don't care which method you use, but here's just another option for you. What we're going to do, if you take that same matrix, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the first 2 rows. Or I should say the first 2 columns, just like it was. If this was a 4 by 4 matrix, I would do one more row. Just always add one more column than there were to begin with. You should always never have to rewrite your final column. Now here's what's going to happen. We can look at 2 different sets of diagonals. We can look at these diagonals that I'm going to create with the white that are going from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3. It was a 3 by 3 matrix, so you should be able to make 3 of them. And then also you should be able to make another set going upwards that I'm circling here in yellow. And again, there should be 3 of them. What you're going to do is you're going to take the product of each set of diagonals. Okay? With the white ones first. 3 times -1 times -3 is 9. -2 times -2 times 3, so that's 4 times 3 is 12. And this guy, 1 times 3 times -2 is -6. Those guys add up to be, when you add those up, should give you 15. When you do the yellow guys, going from bottom to top, 3 times -1 times 1, -3. -2 times -2 is 4, times 3 is 12. And this guy, 3 times -3 is -9, times -2 is +18. Those guys add up to give you 27. What you do is the downhills minus the uphills. And that will give you an answer. Your answer here ends up being -12. And guess what? That's the same exact number that we would have gotten in the first place doing it with our traditional method. So 2 different methods that you can use, whether it's the determinant method like this or whether it's using the uphill-downhill, each approach works just fine.